Welcome into the Falling Out Podcast. I'm your host, Jordan, here with Russell B. Wright, baby. Getting ready to talk some Auburn Tigers.
Auburn. War damn
our brethren in hate.
Yes.
Man.
One of the only teams in the SEC that I don't have a strong hate for, really.
Right.
I do like Auburn. I like Auburn.
Yeah, I'm indifferent to them. I'm not going to say I like them or dislike them, but we both hate the same people equally. Let's dive into this here series history for just a minute. Series dates all the way back to November 10th, 1900. Last matchup was November 21st, 2020. Auburn beat Coach Cornbread 30-17. Here's one that I'm kind of surprised at, honestly. But after I kind of thought about it a little bit, I'm not. Auburn leads the series all time, 29-22.
I believe that.
Yeah. However, Tennessee leads the series all time in Neyland, 14-10.
Yeah.
Auburn had this one, and again, this was one that kind of surprised me as well. But at the same time, it didn't, because I know we had a few years where we played them and we weren't exactly up to snuff. Auburn has won 7 of the last 10 in the series from 98 to 2020.
I watched one of those beat downs from Auburn. That national title team that Auburn had that went up against Oregon, I think it was.
Yeah.
I watched them just kick our ass in Neyland.
Yeah.
We got beat like
Auburn's had some good teams.
We got the hell.
Auburn's had some good teams, man.
Yeah.
Auburn's had some good teams in their day.
Yeah.
This is also this is going to be fun, though. This is one we're going to talk about quite a bit, I think. This will be Alex Golesh's first trip to Neyland as a head coach on the opposing sideline. That's good. That's an interesting dynamic right there, because now I want to see Auburn do good. I like Golesh.
Same. I think
that was a sexy hire for them.
I think Golesh was a home run hire. You know how we hired Jim Knowles? It's a home run hire here, sir. That's a home run hire in Auburn. That dude right there was a big, big helper in us beating Bama in 2022.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if he can do that with Tennessee as an offensive coordinator, imagine what happens when he gets his full team in there. He probably going to do that to Bama on a national basis for probably a year, years, however long he wants to stay at Auburn. He'll probably own that series.
I think this is going to be a very fun student-teacher dynamic thing. But, it's one of those things, too. I know we put a lot of faith in Hype to do the offense, but who was really the teacher on offense now? Now that you look back at stuff and how things went with Golesh.
Right. Golesh has got a hell of an offensive system himself. And Hop's good, too. I'm not taking nothing away from Hop.
Yeah.
Golesh putting up, and here's a big thing, too, Jordan, that nobody says. Golesh brings in his quarterback from South Florida.
Yeah.
He comes with him.
Dude, he had South Florida playing ball last year, son.
Dude.
Had him playing ball.
Well, they got Jeremiah Cobb back, too. I don't know if you remember him playing last year, but he was one of the premier backs in the SEC for Auburn. Yeah. Great player. Fantastic player. That dude had 969 last year. Pretty sure he had 5 touchdowns on the ground, too. They returned that production.
What's wild to me, man, is Auburn didn't make a terrible hire with Hugh Freeze.
No, I thought Hugh was going to be great.
He was a good hire. He just didn't get it done.
No, Golesh will. Golesh is going to give that fan base what they've been starving for, and that's a competitive offense on a weekly basis.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about what Auburn opens up with before us. They go. They have Baylor, Southern Miss, Florida, and Vandy, all 4 at Jordan-Hare.
Oh,
this will also be Auburn's first road game of the year.
So I mean, I don't know what to think about that. I don't know what half of those teams are capable of for Auburn, or playing against Auburn. I don't know how good Baylor is, right? Like I know that they'll beat Vanderbilt. If they don't beat Vanderbilt, Golesh is in for a long season.
Yeah. But also it's year one. He may drop a couple of games that he shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's probably one he shouldn't. I feel like Florida is one they should win. I don't know. They'll either come into Neyland, 4-0 or 3-1, 2-2. I think if they're 1-3, there's big problems.
There's some problems there. Yeah, 1-3 is dangerous, flirting with dangerous territory, because you might as well say you're going to leave Neyland 1-4. Because if you've got beat by 3 of those teams before you play us, we're the best team you've played at this point.
Right.
I don't think it's really, really close. Baylor's probably decent. Baylor's usually a feisty team. So I mean, I don't know what they're bringing to the field this year, but
I think they'll come in 3-1 at worst.
Right.
I'm going to be interested to see. This is what I'm really interested in, honestly. How are we going to defend a team and play against a team that's really and truly, let's be honest, I would say they're less talented than we are, but they're very well coached offensively.
It's a mirror match, bro. It's a mirror match. So it's going to be about how good Heupel, Jim Knowles, and staff can get this defense to play against Heupel's actual offense. Because at the end of the day, sure, Golesh is going to have a few of his tweaks, but so is Heupel. But those two dudes on a base level are running the same kind of offense. And I'm telling you right now, it's going to come down to the defense in this game. No doubt about it. Which defense?
And Auburn's usually got a good defense. Auburn's usually got a really good defense, tough defense.
That secondary's good.
Yeah,
that secondary's good this year.
And we got a kid from their secondary this year.
We did 4-star.
Yeah, and I mean that's going to be fun. I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to this game, but not in like I hate Auburn, I want to beat the crap out of them type of way. I want to see. I think this is going to be a game where there's a lot of fireworks, a lot of offense.
Yeah.
Both teams may be pretty good on defense, but I think both teams are going to be better offensively. And I think that it's not it won't surprise me if this is a shootout. And that don't necessarily mean bad defense is being played. It just means each coach knows the other team pretty dang well,
Right. And I mean, here's the thing. I think the difference in this game, Jordan, is going to be Heupel's ability to run the football. And I would flirt and say that our backfield, although it's not necessarily super deep, it is deeper than what Auburn's bringing to the table this year. The only major guy they return to their backfield is Jeremiah Cobb. Deshaun Bishop rushed for more yards than him last year, if I ain't mistaken. And Deshaun Bishop is going to be the guy who leads us to victory in this game, because it's going to come down to Heupel controlling the clock, running the football. And that's what it's going to have to be. This is going to be one of the few games where we have to keep the other offense off the field.
Well, and here's something too that I think is worth talking about, because we both picked the game before differently. Does Texas beat us twice? Does Texas beat us once, but not on the field? Are we, coming in off an emotional hangover for a big game? Because we come off that win. We come off a Texas win. We're riding pretty high. We feel like we're pooing in high cotton. We come off a loss. Are we out there moping around after a big loss at home again, or what are we doing?
Okay, so I'm going to have a little bit of flip of the script here for that, and I'm going to tell you this. If we beat Texas, we very well could get beat by Auburn. Yeah, we might come in overlooking this team. We might think that we're going to beat them because we just beat Texas, and Auburn very well could beat us, even if we do beat Texas.
Yeah.
I think the loss against Texas early in the season benefits this team almost as much as a win against Texas does, depending on how the mentality of this team is. We haven't seen what Jim Knowles can do here at Tennessee. We know what he can do elsewhere. If he can bring that defensive play, but bring that morale up and say, look, yeah, we got beat last week. It's on to the next game. We've still got shit to play for here. You know what I mean? It's going to come down to that. And I think a loss, like I said, benefits as much as a win. And I honestly think a loss might help us more. I think we come in and rip Auburn's head off if we get beat by Texas. I do.
You know, I don't know. I feel like, because you think about it last year, you go back to last year and you look at that Georgia game. How different does the rest of the season go if we don't blow that game?
I mean,
I think it goes I think it goes a different way. And I think
we win. I think we win one more game, Jordan. I do. I think that win against Georgia is about where it stands. I do. Well, I don't think it was a morale killer as much because you take a look at what we did against Bama. Bama wore us out. And it's I don't know. I just don't. I don't think last year's team was meant to do much more than what they did. I hate the loss to Vanderbilt. Although that was the most talented Vanderbilt team we had seen in years, I hated that loss.
I feel like if they get that Georgia game, I feel like, okay, so then we went 8-4 regular season. That puts us at 9-3. They win one more game, 10-2. You're a fringe playoff team.
I mean, yeah,
and that would have made a big difference last year, I think, getting that Georgia game, because then we go down to Mississippi State. Mississippi State played us tight. They honestly had their opportunity to beat us.
Mississippi State should have beat us.
And I think it was because they were just hung over after that last game, man, over that Georgia game. I think like the Bama game, for instance, that game's a play away from being a lot different. I'm not going to say we would have come out of there with a win, by no means. We don't throw that pick six before the half, though, out of a stupid formation and a stupid play call.
I'll give you that one.
We might be talking something different right now.
I'll give you that play. That's a terrible play.
But it's like the old saying goes, dude. If a bullfrog had wings, it wouldn't bump its ass every time it went to jump. So, here we are. That's fine. Last season's last season.
Use the hand grenades.
But you're right. But I'm saying that I think that Texas game is on as big of a spectrum as the Georgia game for us, especially being first home game, first conference game, this, that, and the other. I think it can. I think that Texas game, and we probably should have had this talk on the other one, but we got all kind of was talking about it here. I think that Texas game can be a big swing game for us, one way or the other. It just depends on what we make out of it.
Sure. I mean, if I have a hard time believing a Heupel team that beats Texas would come in and overlook anybody at that point, because I don't think Heupel's not expecting to lose games, but as a fan base here, a lot of people's probably more in our court than they are in other courts. It's probably going to be a close game. I'd say it's probably split down the middle, just like we were. Who knows who's going to win that game, right?
Right.
And at the end of the day, coming into this game, if we're 4-0, Hop's not going to overlook this team. One, because Golesh is their head coach. Two,
I think
because we've got a chance to do something we didn't know we were going to do. If we're 4-0, we didn't expect to be there. We've got it. Right. We're outside already looking in the playoffs here. We're close if we're not already in.
Right. But and here's the thing, that Texas win, it's one that you don't – it's going to hurt if we lose simply because it's going to be a home loss, but it's not going to be a bad loss. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think a lot's going to depend on the game before this, but I think a lot's going to. But the more you win, the bigger the next one gets. So, me picking that one 4-0, I'm going to say and I'll get your score here shortly. I'm going to say we get this one. And no, I'm not being a homer here, and I'm not picking us go 12-0. If you watch the season preview, I'm going to pick this one. This one. I think we're just more talented than they are, and it's not a knock on them. Like, I think they'll end up being a good football team. It's just year one with them and a new coach. It's their first road game. I did see that. I think, if I'm thinking correctly, this one is going to be in that flex spot. So it could be a 3:30, 4:30 kickoff or a night game. If it's a night game, done. I'm going to pick this one 42-21 in favor of the Vols. We tack on a couple late, though, to make it look better.
So in the wake of me picking Texas to beat us, we're 3-1 at this point. We come into this game, we're pissed off. We dropped the first one at Neyland. I love Alex Golesh. He's going to need a year or two to get this offense right. I'm going to say you're right on the dot with 21 points is what they'll score. I think we hang 56 on these boys.
Fair enough. So 56-21. I went 42-21. So I think we've determined Auburn's good for at least 3 touchdowns.
Yes.
I could even see it being a 56-28, 42-28 type of game. But like I say, I feel like we're going to have to put this team away late, because one thing I remember watching about that South Florida team from last year that Golesh coached, they fought the whole game. They stayed right there. They're hard to put away. They're like a gnat. They just keep coming back for more. We're going to get that with this, and he's got better talent with this team too. I feel like, it's hard to say he don't. That's an SEC team. He's getting an SEC roster coming from South Florida.
Sure. So, he's starting his quarterback from South Florida, though, and that is the biggest reason that I said we're putting 56. I do think he has a couple of costly turnovers in this game. I do. I think that Jeremiah Cobb is relied on a little too much, and I think our elite linebacking core can handle him enough to keep them from putting up a massive amount of points. Meanwhile, if we're getting those costly turnovers against Byron Brown, brother, we're putting it in the end zone. We are.
Yeah.
They don't have enough talent on defense to stop us from scoring. They've got talent. They're not. It's not to say that they're not got some guys over there that's NFL talent.
Yeah,
they do. Oh. They're not. They don't. We got the better offensive line to their defensive line, and we have a better
team. I think
we do. We really do.
That being said, though, man, you went 56-21. You've got us at 4-1 after this. I've got us 5-0. I went 42-21. Again, late. I think we both agree we probably going to have to put them away late. It's going to that last touchdown for both of us is going to be the kill shot, so to speak. But after this one, I hope Auburn goes on a run and tears through the rest of their schedule, because I want to see Golesh do good.
I do think Auburn, to ease some of this, because I'm pretty sure that I'm probably going to get shit talked, even though I was nice to Auburn today. Here's my thing. I do think they're a good bowl team this year. I think that Auburn is every bit of a 7-win team this year. Just not even knowing what their schedule looks like besides their first 4 games, I think it's a 7-win team. I do. I know what Golesh is capable of. Good luck to Auburn.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope they get that Iron Bowl this year. That being said, let's end it how we always do. Go damn Vols, baby.
Go damn Vols.